Hi. One of the things that I didn't do when I built my van was video the process. I felt I would probably waste too much time looking for tools and making mistakes. So now I've got it nearly complete, it's given me an opportunity to go through the photographs and put together more or less a slideshow of what I've done with all the mistakes taken out. So, this first part should include the purchase of the van, the fitting of a bed and a sofa and a kitchen with some windows. So all the essentials. There we go. This is the photos of the van from the advert. It was listed on eBay and for sale in Birmingham. So not too far to go and view it, and I bought it on the day that I saw it. I was looking mainly for a van with a side door. I was hoping to get one with a knock-through for the cab, but none were available. When I got the van home, the first thing I did was mainly check for damage, make sure everything was working, make sure I had all the keys for the locks, which I didn't, but I did contact the seller and get those sent through to me. As you can see, the inside of the van was very empty. There was some spare wire hanging about and a few knocks and bruises, but it was all dry. There's plastic bashed on the mirror, a bit scraped down the other one. There's trim missing from underneath the filler cap, and it's still missing. Same with the opposite side. I haven't been able to find out where I can get those from. There was a big hole where the old door used to bash the wall when it was open, and some crash underneath the bodywork where someone had obviously ground it on rocks and hit the door frame. I took the luggage strap ratchet system out of the van with a claw hammer and bought some wallboard. Cut a window hole. That's the section of wall that I got cut out. And there's a sights window fitted. Just clipped on the inside of the wallboard, and I bought blinds later. For the roof, I reinforced the aluminium strips with some whitewood and then put Celotex over the bedroom all the way across, and then some plywood underneath, and then wallboard. Along the sides of the centre of the living area I did the same, but I left the middle bit clear. And then I used some roofing for conservatories. That's the bedroom as completed. So all kitted out and finished. Now some slideshow of how it was done. So there's the framework to the bed. Some stud wall to make a partition. Just 3 more plywood on either side of the stud wall with Celotex in between. There's a mattress on the bed, and then more plywood on this side of the wall. And I fitted a wardrobe sliding door to make a partition, and that sort of slides into the pocket. Here's the toilet cubicle, all finished, plumbed in. So that's the inside of the toilet cubicle, another stud wall, marked out on the floor for the area, and then a standard Thetford shower tray for a C200 toilet. More stud walls for the cubicle wall. And the outside with some plywood. And that was the support for the shower on the inside of the shower cubicle, with white shower board there fitted. Gives a nice glossy finish and waterproof. That's the whole cubicle done in it. The hole for the cassette to come out of the back of the toilet. And that's a light fitting, just an LED strip on a roll at the time. That's the toilet fitted against the wall. That was the LED strip wrapped around a rectangular bracket on the wall and then glued the mirror to the front of it. And then I put a folding partition door to hide the toilet, and these drawers are actually within the shower cubicle with a rubber seal around them. Normally used for storing bathroom stuff and toilet rolls. They should stay dry. Here's the sofa. This wasn't the first sofa I fitted. I did document the first sofa, but it was very uncomfortable. So I replaced the cushions and the sofa base and made it a lot more comfortable. This is the space for the sofa. It's just over 1 metre wide under the window. So 12mm plywood reinforced for the uprights, and then white wood strips across to hold them all in place. Piece of thinner plywood on the back, and then wooden slats from more whitewood, and the storage underneath just by lifting up the cushions and the slats. And then I built some plywood arms at the side, drilled holes in the back just to let some air flow and to reduce the weight a little bit, and then fitted plywood on the arms. And there's the finished thing, just need a bit of paint. This is the kitchen. It's fitted, plumbed in, gassed, and at the moment covered in the next parts of the project, but we'll get to that later. Now for some slideshow of the construction. So there's some standard B&Q 500mm base units with standard worktop. That was a second-hand Thetford triplex oven I managed to buy off eBay from a Breakers. It's fitted into another base unit. And another hole cut for the sink. Pretty small sink, standard waste on it, and just drilled a hole for a filtered water tap for drinking water. That's the water filter from Screwfix, so it's just fed into a narrow gauge pipe for the drinking water, and there's a standard trap underneath the sink. At the bottom of the van and into a waste tank. That's not shown there. That was the day the fridge arrived. I had to buy that new, which was a bit expensive. It's probably the most expensive item in the van. It's 12-volt compressor fridge. A bit narrow for the unit, so I fit a towel rail at the side of it. There's a plinth above for cutlery in a drawer. There it is fitted.